It is exactly 7 days after officials of the Lagos State government brought down some buildings at the popular Mende Villa in Maryland, Lagos. According to the government, the structures contravened some laws of the state as they were erected on drainage systems in the area. But the affected homeowners claim that they already made provisions for the drainage. One of the affected residents whose property was demolished, Tega Ajo, described the experience as a nightmare.
It's a nightmare, really. We didn't see this coming. We didn't get any notice. There was no demolition notice. There was nothing. We've been paying our land use charge. I hear that the commissioner has been saying, several notices have been sent. We, the residents here, do not have any of all these notices. So, it's really crazy. What's next for us? We don't know. The government is not speaking to us. This has happened in 1 week. The robbers are still here. But what was the rush for?
The first time we went there was a Sunday, and we had a conversation with the residents. And that was when I said to them, I don't have the authority to reduce the width of Odoyalaro. I have to go back to the governor, and I have to go back to EXCO, which I did. We got the approval to reduce it from 140 to 100. Not just that, the governor said, look, we should even reduce the width from coming on the side of Mende and Arojobe, so you can spread it out. And we did that, which meant 60 came to Mende, Arojobe, Sholui, Maryland, and side of Odoyalaro. Instructively, we also came to engage them. And I understand. I was there with them. I spoke to those women. And I said, the rains are coming. We should let this government do what it has been voted in to do. That is secure other people. It's overriding public interest, Ayo. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough because we have to do things that people will at times see as being wicked. I don't think it will suit anybody to see a building being pulled down.
All right,
no.
okay. All right.
But there were some notices, Ayo.
Yes.
They had meetings back to back with us.
The impact of the demolition has extended beyond the targeted unit, with adjacent structures also affected due to the machineries used. Concerns have been raised about the future of the estate, as residents fear that further demolitions may follow in the coming weeks or months. A unit holder in the Mende estate, Kayode Olagbeshi, raised questions about the discrepancy between the mandated 15-meter setback and the sudden demand for 40-meter by the government agencies.
We've taken time to look at the documents with the developer, and we've seen the correspondence between the developer and the Lagos State government as well, which culminated in approvals that were issued by the Lagos State government. In fact, there was a letter from the Lagos State government to the developer stating clearly that the developer was very much compliant with the 15-meter setback from the Odoyalaro canal. And that letter was the basis, for the issuance of the drainage permit that was given to the developer. So what is a concern for us is that if the normal setback from the canal is 15 meters, and that was what the developer was asked to comply with, and that was what the approval was given for, then the question to ask is that where is 40 meters coming from?
So the families that have been rendered homeless, how are you going to compensate them? I believe an injustice has been done. The Honorable Commissioner might have been misled with the information he got. I cannot speak on behalf of the technocrats or the bureaucrats at Alausa. All I can say is what I have seen and have witnessed. No notice, no marking, no warning. Buildings just went down. And we were quite fortunate that no life was lost in the incident.
Overall, residents have urged for transparency and proper engagement from authorities when implementing such drastic measures. They emphasize the need for clear communication and adherence to established regulations. Mosumola Ogiolu.
Structures built on the canal path in Etiosa local government area brought to ground zero. The Lagos State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, and his team are to continue the enforcement of building law, and more buildings are likely to go down as the structures have completely blocked the Kota Canal, causing flooding in the area.
People that want these ones that were demolished, they don't have one head. You guys don't have two heads. We're all citizens, and people have contravened on the law. And it's still this brazen attitude of we can do it, we can get away with it, and nothing will happen. That is why we are where we are today as a people.
Some of the affected property owners appeal to the government not to carry out demolition. The water has nowhere to go, leaving the estate flooded. But the state government insists on environmental law enforcement.
This nuisance on this canal part, on the canal itself, must be removed. That's what we're just trying to do. We are removing the nuisance, and you must have noticed as we remove them, we're creating the canal part, the channel for the water into the Kota River. We have to also take the hard stance and let them know that we are serious about enforcement. It's sad that we have to pull down these structures. It's sad, but the truth is we can't allow them to stand. We have to make a choice for public good, and that choice we've made. We've taken that decision that we have to enforce it to the letter.
The team moves to the VGC area of Lekki, and the story is the same. A particular property blocks the canal path.
Take your demolition both sides and take it to your lagoon.
Take down.
Take it down. I can't compensate you for an illegality in the first place. You should even be compensating the government for letting me deploy taxpayers' resources to clear that path. The erosion will always be daring to come and pull down your property. But you're not the house, only you need bathroom. So that's what we're doing. We are pushing back, and we're going to push back irrespective of whose ox will be God.
The Lagos State government says it is determined to put an end to all forms of illegal act that may affect the safety of everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to Smart Okason TV show. Keep exploring, stay curious, and never stop getting the latest information happening around. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to keep the intellect flowing. Until next time, keep sharpening and be smart.